this 12th man implored to make a difference. 80,000 were here for a yell practice.
Because we're talking about a fan base who holds a practice just to make sure they are unified and loud enough for the game when their team needs them.
And this crowd is getting into it right now.
Got it started at midnight with the yell practice, one of the most storied traditions in all of college football.
Welcome back to the Coliseum of college football, Kyle Field. And welcome back to the greatest tradition in all of college athletics, midnight yell practice. Man, we are fired up to be here with y'all on the first midnight yell practice of the season. But before we get started, we have a few special guests down here that I want to recognize. The first two special guests are two men that are taking over very prestigious leadership roles at Texas A&M. The first is the Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Bill Kibler. And the second is our new Commandant of the Fightin Texas A Corps Cadets, General Bierman. I've got a third special guest that I would like to shout out tonight, and a mom of one of our yell leaders, the Secretary of Agriculture of the United States of America, Brooke Rollins. And now, we've got one more special guest that I'm going to invite up to the mic, and it's none other than the greatest university president in the nation, General Mark Welsh, and his incredible wife, Betty.
Howdy, Eggs! I brought a babe with me. I'm ready for Mugdown, gang. First, welcome home. Second, welcome back to Kyle Field. This is the only stadium in America that's worthy of the greatest student body on earth, the 12th man. I have three things to tell you. First, there's a new Southeastern Conference rule this year. If a school's fans rush the field after a victory, that school has to pay $500,000 to its opponent. So let's not do that. Or take a collection before you do. The second thing is that this is the loudest, proudest, and most patriotic university in the country. And the way you sang the national anthem last year in Kyle Field to prove it to all the visitors made me cry. But I know you can sing it louder. You're doing it again. I love you, Aggs. And finally, in the far corner of the field is a cannon that we use exclusively for Midnight Yell. It was donated by the Fightin Texas Aggie class of 15. It's not the same cannon we fire on game day. That's the spirit of '02. This cannon didn't have a name. But when he left after 14 years of leading the Texas A&M University system to its incredible place in American education and in disaster and response and emergency relief in our state and around the nation, Chancellor John Sharp was gifted the naming of this cannon. Tonight we're going to announce that game. It was selected by his whole unit, 6th Squadron in the Corps. So I'm going to turn this over to the Parsons Mountain Cavalry, to Chancellor Sharp, and to Big John for its first shot with its new name.
All right, Ags. We didn't just come here tonight for introductions and dedications. Tonight, we came here to get fired up for the second season of Fightin' Texas A football under head coach Mike Elko. We came here to get fired up for the fact that Marcel Reed is back as our second-year starter. Le'Veon Moss and Reuben Owens are healthy and back from injury. And of course, coming in as a preseason All-American and a team captain once again, Torian York is ready to lead our Wrecking Crew defense. You know, Eggs, we got this no-name team from San Antonio rolling in here tomorrow night thinking that this is the biggest game of their season. This is their Super Bowl. And in all reality, none of us even know who the hell they are. When your colors are orange and blue and you have an 88.5% acceptance rate, you might as well be the local Home Depot. All week, I was thinking about what I wanted to say tonight. And there was one thing that kept coming back to me. Of course, we would start our season with none other than the TSIP Reject School. I mean, how irrelevant do you have to be a system school to the worst university system in the nation? Now, looking back and looking past their irrelevancy, when you Google UTSA, there isn't a single athletic feat that pops up. You know, I don't think that you can consider a group of Roadrunner football players a team, especially when your starting quarterback is getting the opposing team's plays and you still go 7-6 in the AAC, also known as the Ain't a Contender Conference. You know, Ags, I really don't care about those Roadrunners. What I care about is the fact that the 12th man, the greatest student body in the nation, pulled over 40,000 student tickets this week, and that is the largest student ticket pull in the history of college football. And when those Roadrunners walk in here tomorrow, they're going to be used to an average home game attendance of around 28,000. And when they walk into Kyle Field, they're going to be met with over 100,000 fans rooting against them. They're quite literally walking into the biggest stadium they have ever played in, and they're going to learn why Kyle Field is the hardest place to play in all of college athletics. And with all that being said, Ags, here's what really matters. What really matters is that tomorrow night, we're back home in Kyle Field. We're back home with brand new LED lights. We're back home with the Wrecking Crew defense that's ready to turn some road runners into roadkill. Tomorrow night, the spirit that defines college football is back in Kyle Field. And when one-eyed Rev charges the field and the 12th man rallies to support our team, I want you to show the whole world on national television why there's no place and no team like Texas A&M. And for UTSA, well, that game, it's going to be over before it's even started. Let's have Fight Texas yell practice.
Now, why do they put out piles of crap at UTSA weddings? So that they can keep the flies off of the bride. A-O Army. Army. Got a little story for you, Ags. So one day, everybody's favorite Aggie, none other than Old Rock, the good Ag, decided that he wanted to watch a little baseball. So he headed down to that homeless-filled town of Austin to watch the hillbilly UTSA Roadrunners take on the T-Sips, with the winner advancing to the Super Regionals. Straight from the first pitch, it was an absolute beatdown. And the T-Sips, they got flat out embarrassed on their own home field, which left Old Rock in a pretty good mood. Well, his mood was about to get even better when about 27 minutes after the game, Old Rock just so happened to run into the devil himself, Coach Jim Schlossnagel. In Old Rock, he decided to ask good old Coach Judas a couple of questions. So first, he started off by saying, Coach, what was up with that crowd? They were completely out of the game. And Schloss, he just shrugged and said, well, Old Rock, here at TU, when about 75% of our fan base actually attended UTSA, everybody has a pretty hard time figuring out who the hell to cheer for. And Old Rock, he just chuckled and said, Coach, I got one more question for you. What is it like watching the UTSA Roadrunners leave your own home field with a win and a bid to the Super Regionals? And Schloss, he thought about it a second. And finally, he said, well, Old Rock, I reckon I'm already used to it. Because you see, it reminds me a whole lot of the time that my ex-wife left with the divorce papers. And that's exactly what we're going to do to him, Max. We're going to beat the ever-living, ever-loving, compound, complex, Fightin' Texas Aggie. UTSA is literally a system school. Fightin' Texas Aggie, the 12th man is back. Fightin' Texas Aggie, praise God for Aggie land. Fightin' Texas Aggie, the prettiest girls in the world. Go to Texas A&M. We're going to beat the Fightin' Texas Aggie class of 2027 hell out of those UTSA Roadrunners.
UTSA. Completely useless. A-O Army. Army. I got a little story for you, Ags. Well, one day, a good-for-nothing, smooth-brained, washed-up UTSA student walked into the doctor's office because he had this big old tick sitting right on top of his head. Well, he waited in the lobby for 26 minutes before the best doctor in all of Texas, none other than Old Rock, the good egg, called him back into his office. Now, while Old Rock was asking what was wrong, he noticed that big old tick sitting on top of that UTSA student's head. And to no surprise, that UTSA student looked at Old Rock with his mouth wide open and a look in his eyes that just said nobody was home. But Old Rock was taken aback when he heard a small, faint voice coming from the top of that student's head. Well, he leaned in real close and noticed that that tick was trying to tell him something. Well, that tick met Old Rock's gaze, and he said, "Doc, I'm terrified. You see, I woke up this morning, and I had this disgusting UTSA student attached to my butt. And that's exactly what we're doing to Mags. We're going to be the ever-living, ever-loving, compound, complex, Fightin Texas Aggie. UTSA is barely even a college. Fightin Texas Aggie Reveille is eating Roadrunner for dinner. Fightin Texas Aggie Parsons Mounted Cavalry. We're going to beat the Fightin Texas Aggie class of 2026 hell out of those UTSA Roadrunners. Well, Aggs, it all starts tomorrow. Our journey in supporting Coach Mike Elko and the Fightin Texas A football team on their journey to go get that confetti. And we, as the 12th man, have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to provide the most electric atmosphere in all of college athletics. I don't care if it's when we're doing gig 'em on kickoff or if it's the biggest third down of the game. We need to set the tone for the atmosphere in Kyle Field all year long. But now, I want to take a second. I want everyone in this stadium to pause, look around, look to your left, to your right, and look at the thousands of Aggies in Kyle Field at midnight, the night before a home football game. There's nowhere else in the nation and no other student body in the nation that could pull this off than the 12th man. Every single person in this stadium tonight is what makes Texas A&M so special. And every single person in this stadium should be damn proud to be a Fightin' Texas Aggie. So, Aggs, when we get in Kyle Field tomorrow, make sure you set the tone on national television and show the world why there's no place like Texas A&M University. We're so grateful to all you that came out tonight. We hope to see you at every single Midnight Yell practice this year. And we can't wait to be back in here tomorrow night when we beat the hell out of UTSA. Y'all be sure to get home safe. Thanks, gig 'em, God bless, and God bless Texas A&M.